in venue today. Frankly, because it's hot outside and it's humid. That's really the worst part. Not that I don't love hot and humid, I really do. But it's probably worse than usual. So I thought we'd change things up a little bit. This is a corner of RobMotive Studios. It's not a very big corner. Pretty much what you see is what you get. Got to keep costs down, right? Not like we have a big studio or anything. We don't. Let me get the laptop going here. We had an ad on there for something. I don't know. So anyway, outside today, it is, got to give you the weather report, right? Even so, it's 87, 8 degrees, something like that. Very humid and bright sunshine. And we just had a big rainstorm go through here a few days ago, and that always reinvigorates the insect population. So hopefully nothing goes crawling through here at some point. If it does, make sure you let me know, or I'll probably see it behind me in the camera somewhere. I did have that happen once. I was up here doing a live stream, and some gigano bug was up there somewhere, and you guys saw it before I did. So I hope that doesn't happen today. Anyway, I put a thumbnail up there. Can you resist? Or how can you resist? We're going to get to that in just a minute. I did another video on the channel recently talking about pricing and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, what's the real motivator for people not buying the new Tacoma? And it does seem that, at least on some of the lots near me, that the numbers are increasing. In other words, there are actually some new Toyota Tacomas, the 2024s, on the lots. And I'm also hearing reports from people that the dealerships are giving discounts. So in essence, the price is coming down. And I wonder, now that the price in some areas seems to be dropping a bit in the form of rebates or whatever, what are the detractors going to focus on now? Well, you know it's going to be the engine setup, right? The 4-cylinder turbo. Because once pricing goes away, it's got to be that, right? They have to find something to complain about. Carlos, oh, wait a minute. Let me get over here on the laptop. I've got a laptop down here and you guys up here. So if you see me looking around, that's so I can see the comments, because they tend to disappear from the screen in front of me after a little bit. But anyway, Carlos Gonzalez says, hello. Carlos, happy Sunday to you. I hope you've had a good weekend so far. Wiley, what's up, Rob? Just hanging out with you guys, doing a little Sunday morning thing, you know, catching up, seeing what's going on. Let's see. I got to make sure I have the right setting on here, too. We want live chat, not top chat. I always make the mistake of doing that, and that means I miss out on some comments. Got to have a little drink. Today, the drink of choice is Gold Peak Sweet Tea. Not sponsored. Anyway, I just like sweet tea. I guess I like sweet stuff. Sweet tea and Mountain Dew. And I might have to run down and grab a Mountain Dew here in a bit, because the sweet tea is almost gone. Not sponsored. Anyway, if you're just kicking in here and you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button. I'm not sure where it is on your screen, but just helps out the channel. It does if you give me a little thumbs up and while you're at it. Elizardo, I love the RobMotive Studios. Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? I'll tell you a story about that shirt right there, by the way. Happy Sunday. Long live manual transmissions. Can't stop, won't stop. That's good. That's good. Mike Mikado, what is the time over there? It is 11:33. 11:33 in the morning, and that picture pretty much depicts what it's like outside right now. Smoking hot, man, that's for sure. Mark Elliott, hey Rob, how is that felt holding up after you removed the chin? It's not really felt. It's more of a, man, it's a weird material. It's like it reminds me of fiberglass, right? You know how fiberglass has all of the strands in it and stuff, and then is all melded together by resin, if you will. It's kind of like that, although it's not fiberglass. It's almost like they took a bunch of plastic shavings and molded it together and came up with that skid plate. It's the cheapest thing I've ever seen. If there's anything really that you can dog the new Tacoma on, it is that cheapo skid plate and the fender liners. It's the same material. And I also found that material behind the back seats. If you pull the back seats down, you can see that same type of material back there. So they're using it all over the place, probably because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than plastic even. I don't know. You wouldn't think so, because plastic, you just mold it and you're done. This, it looks like there's more steps, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But to answer your question, there's no issues with it so far. I mean, it's just fine. It's just paper thin and can't really see how it would provide any protection other than from pebbles and maybe water underneath the truck, you know. Daryl Watts. Hey, Rob, what's up, buddy? Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Just hanging out, talking Tacoma stuff. Mike Picato. Okay, it's 9:33 a.m. for me. LOL, not too far off then. Nah, a couple hours. You must be... Where are you? Where are you that you're 2 hours behind? I don't know. I'm horrible with geography as it is, let alone time zones, right? Chad Kernatz. Hey, what's up, Rob? How's everyone doing? Hey, Chad, how are you this morning? By the way, I always have to point this out. Chad Kernatz is a channel member. He clicked that join button and then did whatever else you have to do. And I really do appreciate that. That's why you see Chad right there in green. So I just wanted to point that out. Casey Opfer. I've got a standard 4x4 TRD Sport locked in at $45,000. Should I pull the trigger or wait for premiums to hit the lots more? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there. I assume you're talking about a 2024. And by premiums, I'm guessing you mean so you can get more money when you trade your current truck in. Clarify that for me. I'm not exactly sure what your meaning is. Mike says, Modesto, California. There you go. So if you're in Modesto or that time zone area, you're 2 hours behind me. Daryl Watts, he's on the West Coast. There you go. Like I said, I'm horrible with geography, time zones, forget about it. Let me tell you the story of this shirt back here. It is a Tacoma shirt. I bought it from a website that was doing a giveaway. They were giving away an older, restored Tacoma. It might have been the Back to the Future look on this Tacoma. I can't remember if that was it or not. It's been a while. But anyway, the deal was if you buy something from them, you get entered in the drawing to win the truck. So I thought, what the heck? Shirts are cool. I can use them, obviously, to wear. I'd have to hack the sleeves off, though. Or I can use it as a backdrop for videos or live streams like this and go for it. So I did. If you watch the channel, then obviously you know I did not win the truck. But I do have the shirt to show for it. So, why not? It was something in exchange for entering, I guess, as opposed to just entering or paying money. I don't know. Mark Elliott. I was finally able to get the OEM bed mat, $140. That's good. I know there was a shortage on Tacoma OEM bed mats. I don't know why. I mean, you would think that's something. I mean, they're OEM, right? They're coming from Toyota or other third parties, I'm sure. But Toyota would have the dimensions for aftermarket accessories because they're the manufacturer, right? I don't know why there was, unless it was a materials issue. No, the way that things are in the world these days, wouldn't surprise me if it was some sort of manufacturing or materials shortage issue, something like that. But I know there's been a lot of people that have said they could not get the bed mat. So that's good. Price-wise, you're probably about almost double, not quite, more than you'd be able to get a third-party knockoff like what I have, although mine Again, if you saw the video, I had to actually cut the corners and the little square areas. But still, 140 bucks, that's not bad. And you have to have a bed mat in a Toyota Tacoma. Really, any truck. I mean, it's pretty cheap insurance or a cheap way to keep your bed protected, particularly if you have something other than a Tacoma and it's a painted bed and you don't have a spray-in liner. Even with spray-in liners, and the Tacoma is no exception, it's still slippery back there. But it's a good way to protect those painted beds too, you know. Scramble North. Afternoon. How you doing? Is it afternoon yet? It's 11:39 in the morning here. Not afternoon quite yet, but it's coming. Daryl Watts, is there one thing that you regret buying the 4th gen Tacoma? There's only one thing. If I'm being honest, which I always try to be honest with you guys, there is one regret, and that is that I didn't wait just a little bit longer, because the prices seem to be coming down a bit in the form of rebates, money back from Toyota or money towards the truck. I probably could have saved another maybe 2 to 3 grand, something like, maybe not that much, maybe 1 to 3 grand, something like that, depending. That's the only regret. I don't regret anything about the truck. I mean, the truck is awesome. There's really nothing in it or about it, I guess, that I regret. It is a step forward. No matter what the detractors, the jealous, those with ulterior motives say, it is a step forward when comparing it to the 3rd gen. And again, it's not like there's anything wrong with the 3rd gen. The 3rd gen was a fine truck for me. I had many different versions of it. Many different trim levels of it, and I love the truck. I still do. There's nothing wrong with it. I will say it is a dog, and I don't know how anybody can argue. It is a dog without putting the pedal commander on it. Not turning this into a pedal commander commercial, but come on. When you put the pedal commander on it, it's awesome. And you can even save a little money. I guess I am turning it into a commercial. You can save a little money. Use code RobMotive1 at pedalcommander.com. I know people get on me. Oh, you're always talking about the pedal commander. Oh, they're paying you. Well, I am an affiliate. I do get a tiny pittance if somebody uses the code and buys one. I mean, I've never hidden that from anybody, but it doesn't cost you anymore, and it saves you 30 bucks if you use the code, right? But anyway, if it wasn't a good product, I wouldn't get behind it. So, you know, I think it's awesome. I really like it. No regrets at all. It is an awesome truck. Let's see. Michael Meehan says, answer. I don't know what you're talking about. That must be code for something. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Where was I? I've lost my spot. There we go. Let me view this. Apparently some message was hidden. I'm always curious to see. What are you talking about? I don't even know. It's garbage. We're just gonna hide it. A troll so early on a Sunday morning. Mark Elliott, I'm loving the 14-inch screen. I see it without my glasses. Well, let's hope that you're not out cruising around on the road without your glasses. It's one thing to see the screen while you're sitting in the truck, but more importantly is what's out in front of you when you're sitting in the truck, right? I don't know. I would like to have had that screen. Speaking of regrets, it's not a regret per se. I mean, I would have wanted to pay more for it. I think the screen that I got, which is the smaller type screen, is just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But after having the new car that I have, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I bought a Tesla. I bought a Model 3, the entry-level type Tesla, because I wanted to try it out. You know, EVs are going to be more and more on the road, and I've always liked the idea behind it anyway, but not the range. So after some soul searching, I figured out that, you know, I only, you know, most of my driving is right around here, and then I have the Tacoma if I need to do anything longer. In other words, I wouldn't take it on a long distance trip. But anyway, it has the big screen. It has like a I don't know what it is. It's like a 15-inch screen, something like that in it, and it is freaking awesome. And after having that, would have been nice to have something like that in the Tacoma, although I don't think from a capability standpoint that it has the same type of usability or features that the Tesla has. By the way, if you want to check that car out, my other channel for that is RobMotive Plus, Plus, all run together. And again, subscribe if you haven't, here and over there too. It'd really be cool. Let's move on. Guitar Hero. Hey, Rob, don't know if anyone has asked, but have you noticed better gas mileage on it from being a 4-cylinder? Yes. Now, take this with a grain of salt because my other trucks obviously were modified. They had more weight. So they had bigger tires, heavier tires. So fuel economy on those, I tended to get anywhere from about 14.7 to mid to upper 16 miles per gallon. Little sip of it's not, I almost said green tea. It's just regular sweet tea. But anyway, 14.7 to mid to upper 16s in my previous Tacomas, modified. Now, this truck is modified a little bit. It's got different wheels, different tires, heavier tires, sport bar to haul around, a bed mat to haul around, other little trinkety things that probably don't add up to anything. But I'm getting about, what am I getting? About 17.8, I think it is, miles per gallon right now. I got as high as, I think, 18 flat. Now, honestly, with the pedal commander in it, I'm still kind of running through different settings and things in it, so I'm on the gas more. So some of that is probably me. I did remove the air dam in the front. Folks have said, oh, and it's funny. You know, that air dam, people are so full of BS. You know, I removed the air dam, and the big thing out there, people say, oh, when you remove the air dam, you're going to lose 5 miles per gallon. That's what I have heard. I have seen 5 miles per gallon, right? If I've lost anything, it's been about 0.2. If I could attribute any kind of reduction in fuel economy to where I was as to where I am, 0.2 of a mile per gallon. I mean, come on, man, 5 miles per gallon. You know, the trolls and the people with ulterior motives, like other suppliers out there, other manufacturers, will throw anything at the wall trying to discredit the Tacoma because they know, I mean, I'm not going to say nobody likes that air dam on there. I had somebody tell me they actually left it because they do like it, but I think a majority of us do not. So we're going to remove it. The other manufacturers know this, so they're just throwing stuff at the wall just to see whatever will stick, to plant negative things in Tacoma buyers' heads to steer them towards their products, right? It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. It's absurd to me. Daryl Watts, went and bought yourself a coal-powered car, shaking my head. Okay. All right. Coal-powered. Okay. As opposed to what? Gasoline-powered? I mean, you know, there have been studies and the ramifications of electric vehicles versus gas-powered vehicles. It's actually more environmentally friendly. Now, I'm not going to get into a political debate with you or anyone else because, frankly, I like both. I didn't buy it because I'm a tree hugger. I bought it because I wanted it, because I love acceleration. You can't get any more acceleration than you can with an EV. I mean, they just go. And it's fun. It's fun to drive. That's why I bought it. Let's see. Casey Upfer, would you hold off and get the Sport Premium or just get the standard 4x4 Sport, Rob? Thank you. I wouldn't even get a 4x4 because I don't need a 4x4. Excuse me. I have a 4x2. Would I hold off? I would get what you want. You know, don't take my advice or anybody else's. It's your money. If you don't need what the premium offers, Get the other one. Save yourself some money. I mean, I didn't need a rear sliding window. I didn't need a sunroof. I didn't need four-wheel drive. So why would I pay for all of that? You know, if you're one of those folks that are so concerned about other people's opinions, God forbid, nobody knows my truck is 4x4, 4x2, what trim level it is. It doesn't matter because I'm the one paying for it, right? When other people start sending me checks for my truck, I guess I'll start giving a damn what they think of it, you know? And that hasn't happened yet. Nobody on here or anywhere else has ever volunteered to pay for my trucks for me, you know? So get what you want. That's the moral of the story, man. Cardiologist, removing the front air dam is a must. Oh my God, it's so freaking ugly with that front air dam on it. You know, it's one of the first things, I think it was maybe the first thing that I did was pull that thing off. 8 screws or whatever it is, it's gone. It's now sitting on the lift in my garage in storage. In case for some reason, anybody ever wants to buy it, I don't know who would want it. Or maybe I trade the truck in and put it back on so it looks stock. I don't know. But you're absolutely right. It's a must. Paul Harris. Good morning, Rob. Paul here from Nashville. Howdy. Paul, how you doing there, buddy? How is the weather in Nashville this morning? It is hot and humid and sunny here. I don't know if you guys can see out the window. Well, you certainly can if I do that. Where's my hand at? Let's go here. There's a little bit of, you really can't see much. Anyway, it is, oh great, now I've screwed up my window. These blinds. Love the blinds, but they don't love me sometimes. Anyway, good morning there, Paul. Jonathan James, hey Rob and everyone. Has anyone come up with a solution to getting in and out of the third gen and hitting your thigh on the steering wheel? Did you make a YouTube on this? The only way to do that is to move the steering wheel, you know, or lower your seat. You're not going to do that. Or be cognizant that you have the issue and reposition your leg when you're getting in and out of the truck. There's no... I mean, I guess you could take a hacksaw and cut the bottom part of the steering wheel off. I don't recommend you do that, by the way. Also, what I do recommend, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really would appreciate it. If you're new in here, maybe new to the channel, maybe you've been on for a while and you just catch the videos when they click up. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You'll be there. It doesn't cost you anything. Wiley, my third gen access cab manual transmission Tacoma gets about 18 to 23 miles per gallon. The average is 20 miles per gallon. Yeah, let me add a little caveat to my miles per gallon in the 2024 statement. All of my driving is city type driving with some speeds of 55 mile an hour on the country roads and things. You've seen me make videos where I'm out driving around in the middle of nowhere. And that's it. If I spent more time on the freeway, my number would be higher as well. I suspect I would be getting probably somewhere in the 24 to 26 mile per gallon range if I spent time on the freeways. But I don't. So, you know, it's the way it is, man. Mark Elliott, you know, I keep seeing your name. When I lived in Columbus, Ohio, there was a DJ on the radio, kid I actually went to high school with, and his name was Mark Elliott. So I keep thinking of that every time I see your name on my screen. Has anybody come up with a skid plate or something to cover up where the air dam was? There is a skid plate that Toyota has, I believe, for the 4th gen Tacoma. It's expensive. It's like, man, I think it's like $600. It's funny, the skid plates are always expensive, but I think it's like $600. Certainly, there are going to be aftermarket versions because the aftermarket people know what's on the truck. And if they listen to people like you and me talking about this paper-thin piece of junk that Toyota put on, they're going to offer something steel or at least aluminum. I imagine it'll be aluminum. So they'll be coming. But there is an OEM, I believe, version that you can get now. It just costs a freaking fortune, and it's absurd to me. Let's see. Daryl Watts. I'm just messing with you, brother. You're all good. You're still my buddy. Well, I know it. I appreciate it. I can take a little jabbing now and then, you know what I mean? Casey Upfer, thank you, Rob. Gonna get what I want. Absolutely, man. Get what you need. Don't worry about what your buddy Fred back there has to say about it. And if Fred has anything to say about it, you tell Fred you're waiting for him to hand you a big wad of cash or a check. Then he can say something about it. Otherwise, he has no say about it, man. I'm just saying. Crossy. Hey, Rob from Oklahoma. Is it Crossy or Crossy or Crossy? Crossy? Welcome. I gave it a try. I apologize if I butchered your handle or your name there. North Wolf. I have a 2021 SR5 stock tires, wheels. I do 70% highway, 30% city, and I get 27 miles per gallon combined. 30 to 31 miles per gallon on the freeway and 20 miles per gallon in the city. Wow, you must be a hyper miler. 30 to 31 miles per gallon in a Toyota Tacoma anywhere? I would say that's pretty good. Do you only drive when the wind is blowing behind you? Stop, wait for it to change directions, and then come home? That's pretty good, man. North Wolf says Tacoma. Yeah, I kind of figured you were talking about a Tacoma, man. Shaphone. I tried. Is the engine going to mess up like the Tundra? I hope not. Time will tell. We have warranty, so, if there is a problem, other than the pain and the time that you have to spend sitting at the dealer or, I guess, driving around in a loaner Corolla, because they're not going to give you the same vehicle, right? We have warranty, so if there's a problem and it really bothers you, get it fixed under warranty and then trade it off. I mean, you can always trade it off on something else, if you want to. Jaquarter. I'm going with Jaquarter. Haquarter? How do I deal with my brother cheating on me with my wife? Well, first of all, you don't blame the you don't blame the brother, you blame the wife, because she knows you're married. So does your brother. But it's the wife. How do you deal with it? You get a divorce. It's really pretty simple. Easy to say, I know, but you gotta move on. And I know you're probably just a troll, but hey, it's an interesting question. Let's see. North Wolf. I drive like a grandpa and go around 55-mile-an-hour freeway to optimize the miles per gallon. No, you don't. You're not one of those people that gets on the freaking freeway that's 65 or more and drives 55 miles an hour. Tell me you are not one of those people. Because if you are, no. Ex-Machine Gun Dan, or Machine Gun Dan. Got myself an 05 Tacoma in great condition, LOL. That's awesome. How many miles and how much did you pay for it? I'm just curious. Crossy, like the symbol cross, but with the Y, if that makes sense. Crossy? Cross Y? I don't know. It must not make sense to me. I don't know. What does it mean? Where does that come from? Why did you choose that? It must have some significance. I mean, my channel name, RobMotive, it's my first name, and motive for like motive, moving. RobMotive. Or what's my motive? Rob's Motive. That's what I should have called the channel. Rob's Motive. That might have been better, but nobody would remember it, and people probably would have trouble saying it. It'd be like Rob's Motive. Rob's Motive. I mean, I could just see it, right? Bill Baker, don't you have a different color t-shirt? Just kidding, Rob. Have a nice day. This actually is a different color t-shirt. Or you mean that one? Yeah, I buy black. I buy black, gray, blue, red. Red's not my color. It just doesn't look good on me. Unless it's a Toyota Tacoma. Then it looks pretty good. I'm talking about clothes here. I don't know. I guess I buy black, red, blue. I don't know. I don't even know if you're serious. You're probably not. Dan, that's my worry about all these turboed 4s longevity. Even if they survive, how well will they be running in 5+ years? I keep vehicles until they die. Well, for you, the death might be 5 years. I don't know. We don't know. How does anybody know? I mean, you can try to base future performance on past performance, but that's not always true. So we'll have to see. I mean, until there are some high mileage Tacomas out there, because let's face it, it's not really about age, it's about miles. I mean, you can have a Tacoma that's got 1,000 miles on it that's 10 years old, or one that's a year old, 2 years old, that's got 30,000 miles on it that fails. You know, we don't know. So that's a good question, but you kind of have to go with the company in that case, I think. Do you have faith in Toyota? Do you believe that they're going to take care of the product, that they produced a product that's any good? But that's true with any company you go with, isn't it? I mean, if you buy a Ford or a Nissan or a whatever, in essence, you have faith in that company, because I assume you're not dropping 30 to 50 or more grand on a product from a company that you don't believe in. If you do, then that makes no sense to me. Why in the hell would you buy it in the first place, right? I don't know. Shepon. Wolf is probably driving a four-banger. Could be. Walter, let's see. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Walter, it's going good. Thank you for joining. By the way, if you're just joining, smash that subscribe button. Wherever it is on yours. I don't know where it is, but it says subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Helps out the channel. North Wolf. No, it's a six-cylinder SR5, not an SR. Nicely equipped. I still honestly believe that the SRs are probably the best trim level to buy. You get a decent amount of stuff on them, and you're not paying as much as you are for the TRD line, let's say. All right, I have exhausted my supply of Gold Peak Sweet Tea. Not sponsored. I can't help it. I wish they would sponsor me. I know that there's some troll out there saying right now, oh, the only reason he drinks sweet tea from Gold Peak and Mountain Dew is because they send it to him for free. Sure they do. Believe me, if they did, I would let you know. You know, hey, I got a case of Gold Peak for free from whoever produces this. I mean, I'd let you know, because I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Machine Gun Dan. Machine Gun Dan says, honestly, it had some issues, but I figure if I keep taking care of it, it'll outlive me. It has 270,000 kilometers. What's a kilometer? On it, and I got it for $9,000. Now, is that 9,000 US? Since you're speaking in kilometers, I mean, is that Canadian? 9,000 K? 9,000 K? I don't know. It also has a folder containing all the maintenance in the glove box. Well, that's good. At least you know how it was treated, how the previous owner took care of it. So that's cool. Crusty. My actual, I think maybe you're saying, name is Cross, but my family calls me Crossy. Okay. Cross. What does that mean? I mean, is that your real name, your full name, or is that shortened for something else? I never heard it before. Cool name. I like it. Machine Gun. It was all general wear and tear parts, though. That's always good. I mean, if you didn't have anything major go wrong, although maybe you would have liked to have had something major go wrong, so they would have fixed it, you know. Let's see. It was all general. Cardiologist. I have a 5-liter V8. I get 17 miles per gallon. Wow. Running around the city. What? And just over 20 miles per gallon on the highway. It's truly the weight and aerodynamics that play a huge role in what we get for MPGs. I wonder, you must have some cylinder deactivation, because, excuse me, there's no way you're getting 17 and 20 miles per gallon in a 5-liter V8 without cylinder deactivation. Am I wrong? Am I? Machine Gun, 270,000 kilometers to be exact. I don't even know what language that is. I don't even know. Ex Machine Gun Dan says Canadian. I figured. You're like my wife is Canadian, and she's always throwing out this metric stuff. You know, she checks the temperatures and stuff on her phone and has metric selected, and also the temperatures in her Jeep. So I get in her Jeep and I see the readout, and it's like I don't even know, 30 or something. And I'm like, what the hell, 30 degrees? It's freezing in here. Or she tries to tell me what the temperature's supposed to be tomorrow. Oh, it's supposed to be 34. I'm like, I don't know what that means. 34 is freaking cold. Not when you're talking metric, it isn't. I don't know. Wee Fergie says, good morning. Wee Fergie, good morning. I saw your post today. I wish you good health and good luck and speedy recovery in what you're about to intake or embark upon, I guess. I'm sure all of it's going to go well for you, and you'll be bionic when it's done, huh? Twin turbo Toyota. All the Toyota trolls are tiring. Yeah, they go on. And I'm like, when you confront these people, and if you can get one to be honest, have you ever driven the new Tacoma? No. Have you ever even sat in one or seen one? Well, I saw pictures of it, and I see all these reports, all the other trolls, it's like they get in this circle chasing each other. Now, this one spews out garbage, and then this one picks it up, and then this one enhances it, and then this one, that's what they do. I don't know. You think there'd be more to do in life. I don't understand it myself. Who has the energy or the time for that? I don't know. Crossy says, that's my legal first name. Awesome. Cool name. Casey Opfer, I need that Tacoma shirt you got hanging when I get my taco, Rob. I got it. I can't remember. Maybe it was Taco Garage. I don't know. But I tell you what, on a lot of my videos, you'll see this little pop-up store thing or something. If you click on that, I always put on there Toyota hats or Tacoma hats, Tacoma shirts. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. It's actually through YouTube, so it's pretty cool. Let me see here. Daryl Watts. Chrissy. It's not Chrissy. It's Crossy. Where in Oklahoma do you live? I live in Norman. Cardiologist, no cylinder deactivation. It's a 5-liter Mustang GT AK Mustang. LOL. And I don't drive like an old man either, though unfortunately I'm not young. Well, who is? Who is? Well, that's amazing to me. That's impressive for a V8. Love the V8 Mustangs, by the way. One of my favorite all-time cars, the GTs, but a little bit older. Not even the newer ones. I like them. McDrunk. After having the new Tacoma for a bit now, how are your honest opinions on it? Love the channel. Well, it's way too long to get into in a live stream, but it's awesome. I love the truck. I do update on the channel periodically, and I do that more frequently now because it is a remodel. So if you want to know more detail than just it's awesome, check out the channel. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please click that button now if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Wee Fergie, my 2011 Silverado 5.2 liter got 17 miles per gallon city and highway. Yes. Cylinder deactivation. See, I can understand that with cylinder deactivation. But man, that's pretty good on that Mustang though, I think. Walter, cardiologist, you are right. Weight and aerodynamics play a huge role when it comes to miles per gallon. Also also depends on how heavy your foot is. Well, yeah, I mean, the more you're stomping on that accelerator, the more it's going to sip, right? And it's not going to sip. It's going to guzzle if you're really on it, right? Neil Jenny, enjoy your Sunday, Rob. I found many of your videos helpful over the years. Thank you for making them. Neil, thanks for being a part of the channel. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great Sunday too. Walter, Rob, what's your mile per gallon on the highway? I don't really drive much highway. I don't drive enough highway that I can even give you an honest answer. I just don't have to here. If I lived back in Columbus, I'd be on the highway every day because you got to take the highway to get anywhere, but that's not really how it is where I am here. Let's see. Telekranaka. Hey, man, what do you think about the Dodge Challenger as a car? I love the Dodge Challenger. Awesome car. Sending love from Italy. Telekranaka Iron Bosca. I'm curious as to what that name means. And welcome from Italy. See, we have people from all over the world here. David Bertschinger. That's what I'm going with. I apologize if I'm mistaken. Um, I too am waiting for the aftermarket for an actual front skid plate. It's got to be coming, and we got to have it. That cheapo front skid plate on the 2024, it's got to go, man. McDrunk, what's the next plan or idea for your next mod on the truck? Well, I'm not going to give that away because that's like telling the plot or the end of a movie, right? But rest assured, there is more coming. Cardiologist says, facts, baby. Dan, my 6.2 liter cylinder deactivation, and I still can't get over 10 miles per gallon in this city. Woo! That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad, man. Telechronaka, Rob, are you a biker? Just got an R1, you like it. I am not a biker. I've had bikes. Last one was a Harley Fat Boy with a aftermarket exhaust and a tuner on it. Yes, I tuned my motorcycle. Well, I didn't. Do I like the R1? I like all motorcycles, really. Twin turbo Toyota. I average 12.4. What? 12.4? You must be talking about a different vehicle. That's pretty bad. KT Productions. Name a car for an edit. Why do people ask that question? I'm curious. You got to answer me before I will answer you. Walter, Challenger Hellcat. Yes, another awesome car. Telechronaka. The name means commentator, and then my name in Italian, my first name is Oliver, though. So it's Telechronaka or commutator Iron Oliver Bosca. Bosca? Bosca. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't speak Italian, but that's cool. Dan, fellow ex-Columbus resident, by the way. You are? Awesome. Where are you now? I really doubt you went from Columbus to deep South Texas, but you never know. I did, so it's hard to say. We've actually met some Canadians down here. We're kind of I guess we're in a winter Texan area. People from up north where it's cold come down here for the cold months, and we've run into Canadians, people from all over the place. So twin turbo Toyota 22 Tundra with 35s, but it lives in town in stop and go. That's got to be horrible. I mean, I've had Tundras myself. I think I had, what did I have? A 23 or maybe it was a 22. I don't remember. And then older ones. And when you're driving slow and you're in town, those suckers are thirsty. Great trucks. Love the size of them. Love the power of them. But horrid when it comes to fuel economy, man. And they always have been. Telechronaka Iron Bosca. Correct. You nailed it, bro. Awesome. Cool. I took a guess. I always try. David Bertschinger. I heard the Mexican factory is having trouble with supplies and labor and having to shut down at times. I don't know. You know, this Mexican thing, you know, I love. It's another favorite target of the trolls. Oh, they're building the Tacomas in Mexico. They've been doing it for years. Half, roughly, of Toyota Tacomas produced over the last several years have been assembled in Mexico. Keep in mind, they don't build anything anymore. It's all assembled. They put it together like a Lego, right? I mean, I don't know. Are they having shutdowns and stuff? I don't know. I have not heard that. I don't know if that's true, but in the times we live in, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I honestly wouldn't. Walter, I was in Rome last year, Telechronaka. Well, there you go. Maybe you guys ran into each other and didn't even know it. You never know. It happens. Dan, ended up in LA. That's why I only get 10 miles per gallon in city traffic. Yeah, I imagine with the congestion and stuff there. I don't know if I could justify driving a Tundra there. You know, watching that. I'm sure you can probably some days watch that gas gauge actually move while you're going to wherever you're going in that kind of traffic. It's got to be horrid. I couldn't imagine. Telecranaka. Let's Walter. I'm not sure what you mean there. Wee Fergie. By the way, Wee Fergie, I forgot to mention, Wee Fergie's name is in green because he is a channel member. He clicked that join button, followed the directions, did what he had to do, and became a channel member. If you're interested in that, just click the join button. Nothing's going to happen. You'll see what it involves. And Wee Fergie, by the way, has a channel. It's called Wee Fergie. And he right now has a Nissan Altima. He's had the Toyota Tacoma, also a Chevy Colorado. Decided he's going back to his true calling, which is cars, and is in a brand new Nissan Altima. So check him out. The name Baja California confuses people. It always does. You say Baja California, and they think it's U.S. It's not. Baja California is in Mexico. Paul Harris, hey Rob, is it time for burgers and fries again? Oh, heck yeah. Matter of fact, it's, what time is it? It is 12:14 here, and it's getting to be lunchtime, man. And you've now planted a seed in my brain. Thank you very much. Nice, healthy burger and fry lunch for me. Today, I think it's going to be the Wendy's. Maybe plain. I eat plain burgers. I don't get anything on them because I eat like a 3-year-old, even though it may not look that way. Plain burger, a single burger, and a small fry. And I'll probably have to delve into a Mountain Dew soon because this is gone. Let's move on. Dan, you do. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Cardiologist, the assembly plant is in California, Mexico. I had no clue there was a California, Mexico until a YouTube channel commented about it for the Tacoma. Today, countless vehicles are built in. Yes, there is a Baja California, and it is Mexico. Wait, wait a minute. I'm all choked up. We have a super chat. Do they still call them that? A super chat from Paul Harris. Paul, what can I say? Thank you. You're awesome. $25. You have just bought me Wendy's burger and fry. I think it's about, what is it? About $9. That'd be 9.18. About 2.5 burgers and fries for me. Thanks, Paul. I do really appreciate that. Believe me, you certainly didn't have to do that. You're awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Where was I? Ryan PM. What city do you live in? I'm in a small town with a 13 Tundra Rock Warrior. It guzzles fuel. I live in deep South Texas. That's where I am. But it's a small town, about, I don't know, 90, 180, 70,000 people, something like that. But we're kind of a suburb of bigger areas, sort of. In Texas, if you're like 5 hours away from something, you're still a suburb of that city. I mean, because it's so big here, you know. Cardiologist says, couldn't finish my comment because we are live. Oops. Well, I think you meant today countless vehicles are built in Mexico or maybe Baja California. I took a leap there. Walter says, I like Wendy's burgers. I do. My favorite, honestly, is McDonald's. But if you've ever watched how they make McDonald's burgers, I have a problem. I really have a problem when I think too much about what it is that I'm eating. Wendy's, you know, they're not frozen. They're ground, I think. They're not like a paste, kind of molded together and then, you know, frozen and fried. I mean, I don't know. If you think too much about what you eat, you tend to have a problem. And then that's what happens to me if I think too much about it. I don't know. Walter, he's showing a burger. Thank you. Cardiologist is spot on, Rob. That's exactly what I was trying to say. After you do this for long enough, you kind of gain the skill, I guess, of deciphering what people are saying. Daryl Watts, Rob, you don't have a Whataburger where you live. Let's see, there where you live. Yeah, we do. I like Whataburger, but the problem with Whataburger is they're always packed, and I'm impatient. When I go to Wendy's, there ain't anybody there. I usually am first in line, which, you know, makes you worry a little bit about the freshness of the food because they're not turning inventory. But Whataburger's great. Problem is, you just can't ever frickin' get in quickly. There's always lines there, unless you go at like 9 o'clock in the morning and eat lunch or something. I don't know. Of course, then you might run into the breakfast people. Who knows? Anyway, back to the, I've totally forgotten about the thumbnail of this video. Basically, can you resist the new Tacoma? Obviously, I could not resist the 2024 Tacoma. I had stated on the channel that I was not going to buy one right away. I was going to wait, maybe keep the 3rd gen through the year. And then the right one at the right price fell in my lap. Those Toyota salesmen, they know me well. Fell into my lap and I could not resist. So I first drove one, of course. And when I did that, I knew I was going to get one. So I could not resist the new Toyota Tacoma. And there are a couple of reasons to resist. I see we've got some hearts going up right now. Where are they at? Right there. See those hearts going up? That's because somebody is clicking that hearts thing. There's other things you can click there too. It's kind of a way to interact with the live stream without commenting. If maybe you don't want to comment or anything, and you just like tapping buttons and seeing those little emoji things go up, I believe it helps out. See that? We got hearts. We got, smiley faces. I don't know who's doing it, if it's one or more. I love it. I love when people do that. Again, something else I love on this channel, you know what's coming, right? Is when you click that subscribe button. It helps out the channel. I mean, we don't get any more as a creator because we have subscribers. We're not paid based on subscriber numbers. But what subscriber numbers do is they add validity to channels. You know, for instance, let's say you're looking to install a roof rack on a Tacoma, and you search roof rack installs for Tacomas on YouTube. And of course, all these options start popping up. And when you see a channel that's got like 40,000 subscribers as compared to a channel that's got like 5, the research says that you're more likely to click on the channel that has 40 versus 5 because there's more, the subscriber number is bigger on that channel, which adds validity to the channel and to the video. So that's how it helps me out. I don't, excuse me, I don't get more money. I don't get anything, really, except my ego gets inflated, of course. You know, when that subscriber number goes up, so does my ego. My head gets bigger. That's why I keep moving the camera around, because I can't fit my head, you know, in the screen. Oh, one other thing I want to mention before I kick off of here. Somebody asked me recently why I do live streams in portrait mode versus landscape mode. You know, this mode versus this mode. I don't even know if this shows up. It says orientation is locked. Anyway, why do I do that? Because I used to always do them in landscape mode. Oh, I just saw it turn on my phone. So apparently I was like this. It's because YouTube is pushing this format to compete with the TikToks out there of the world, right? So when you broadcast in this format, they get behind these live streams and they push them out to more people. So I get more opportunity to connect with more people by doing it in this format. Honestly, I prefer landscape myself. It's a better look. I know that when you're looking at it on your screen, if you're not on a phone, you're not using the whole screen, right? You're kind of in the middle of a computer screen or a TV. Do you know a lot of people watch these things on a TV screen? I don't know if I've ever watched a YouTube video on TV, but it's a big thing now. Let's finish up on the comments here. Daryl says, see you, Rob. Gotta run. Have a great day. Brother, try to stay cool. Don't let the sun burn you. Daryl, thanks for being a part of the live stream. I appreciate it. Twin Turbo, flattery will get you everywhere. LOL. Well, in that case, you are one cool dude. Fergie says, have fun. See you. Fergie, again, good luck to you. I hope your procedure goes well and you have a good, strong, quick recovery. Anthony Camarillo just bought a 95 Taco with 110K miles. Well, congratulations. Anthony says, first time Toyota owner. You're going to love it, and it won't be your last Tacoma, I guarantee you. Anyway, we're going to sign off now. I got to go spend some of that 25 bucks from Paul. Paul, thanks again for the $25. You are buying me lunch. I really do appreciate it. Mark, glad to see you got a new taco. Only thing that keeps me from getting one is my Tundra. Love it. I'll keep an eye on your Tesla channel as well. Thank you very much. And again, I do have a Tesla. The channel is RobMotive Plus. Really would appreciate it if you subscribe over there as well, but mostly if you'd subscribe here too. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on Wednesday and on the web. Thanks for watching. Bye.